Hi.
Welcome to Love It or Hate It, Just Rate It. In the comments. Rate it in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications.
And don't forget to like the video.
Most of all, subscribe. Okay, so what we'll be doing tonight, we will be reviewing a Netflix original.
Yes.
It's called Nothing to Hide.
Nothing to Hide.
Nothing to Hide. Netflix originals. Okay, so you know how you have those nights when you're looking for a movie to look at, you can't find anything, you're halfway through a movie only to find out that you don't like it. So all you have to do now is come to Love It or Hate It, just rate it. And every Thursday and Friday, we will put the weekend movies up. So you'll have something to look at on the weekend or whenever your weekend may fall. You can come right here to Love It or Hate It, find your movie, and go from there.
And tell us if you have any movies that you think might be pretty good that we should take a look at. And we can love those, hate it, or rate it. You know what I mean.
Exactly.
So, okay, we're going to talk about Nothing to Hide, the Netflix original. So I just want to say, so my mom called me and she's like, Danielle, you know what? This is a really good movie. You need to watch it. And so I turned it on and I'm like, oh. So I'll be really honest. Like, so it was, you can tell it's one of those films that's a foreign film. It's not an American film because you can tell that they're not speaking English and someone's, speaking English over whatever language they speak. And so, in all honesty, I usually don't watch those movies. I don't. But I'm like, man, my mom said it was good and I needed to watch it. So I said, okay, I'm going to watch it. So it was really interesting because how it starts off is...
There's a total eclipse. Yes. They're having dinner. Everybody's coming over because it's a total eclipse.
Okay.
And these three couples are getting together and they have one single person there. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Sorry to cut you off.
Sure that she didn't tell you guys the whole, that's all. So, okay, anyways, yeah, so it was a total eclipse, it's true. But how it really starts off, like, right after those credits, the one husband, he's on his phone, he's flipping through boobs. And he's going slower and slower and bigger boobs, and all of a sudden he's like, ooh, his wife is walking up. So immediately you think, oh, okay, they have something to hide. Seriously.
And pay attention to the wife's earrings because they put emphasis on those earrings. The earrings, that's a key part in this movie. So pay attention to the earrings.
Yeah.
And even again, when he's at the table, he's showing the pictures of the boobs. And he's even showing a picture of somebody's butt on there too. So pay attention because it is very, very, very intriguing. Very.
So, okay, this will let us know if you were really watching it and you paid attention. So, when you go down and you comment below, tell us what the earrings meant. Ooh, tell us what the earrings meant.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Also, pay attention in the very beginning. None of the characters are talking. Someone else is talking. I'm going to give you that hint because that's the hint to how the movie ends. So, pay attention to the narration. Pay attention.
Okay, so what they're doing now, they have all these friends coming over for dinner. So there's one guy who's recently divorced, and they're waiting to meet this girl that he's dating. He has a new date. So everybody's all excited. They can't wait. Every time the doorbell rings, everybody runs to the door to see, is this, no, it's you. Okay, so then finally they run to the door, and it's him. And he's standing there by himself. No date.
No, and he's standing there. He's like, well, can I come in? They're like, oh, yeah, come in. So that's where it starts. He comes in, and the one husband who was, scrolling through the boobs, he made dinner, and apparently his cooking is awful.
It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest.
It's so funny. It's funny. But it's surprising. Like, you keep watching, and oh, my God, this movie is so good. And so tell them the story about the single guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, and it's really like an upbeat movie because this is like typical, a couple of friends all getting together and they're having a good time. They prepared a big meal and they're all laughing and talking and they have a lot of things that they're talking about. So anyway, this guy, he's telling this joke. Mm-hmm. And so when he's telling the joke, that's when it comes out of it. He wants to know who has a password for their cell phone. Mm-hmm. And so then mostly nobody at the table had a password for the telephone, except for I think it maybe one husband or two husbands.
The husband that was scrolling through the boobs.
Yeah, the booby one. The booby one, he had the password for his phone. So his wife goes, well, maybe, since you have a password for your phone, it gives me a reason to think maybe you have something to hide. And so then he goes, no, you want to look through my phone? So another couple, the husband goes, she wanted to look through his phone. So he hands the phone, and then both of them, their hands are just shaking. And
he hands his phone out. He's like, I'll let you see mine if you let me see yours. And she's like...
She froze. Okay.
And she took her hand back like, oh, because she got something to hide too.
Yeah. So then there's another girlfriend or wife, and she says, oh, this seems like this will be fun. And she takes her phone and throws it down on the table. So then everybody else starts to throw their phones down on the table. Of course, the husbands are hesitant. Oh, you don't have to do that. That's silly. We don't have to do that. Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. We'll do it. Yeah. So then they said, so if anybody calls, we'll put it on speaker and everybody will hear it. If it's a text message, we'll read the text messages out loud. So these husbands are sitting there like statues. Okay.
So tense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but they throw those phones. I think the one husband, the one who was looking at the boobs, he said, this is not a good idea. This is not good. So anyway, they put the phones down there. They're waiting for the phones to ring. They're waiting for text messages. So they go out on the balcony because they want to get a selfie of everybody when the total eclipse comes. So everybody goes out there. So while they're out there, the single guy and this one husband, they're talking. He says, we got to switch phones because they had the exact same phones. You wouldn't have known the difference. He said, oh, you got to do me this favor. You got to switch. And the single guy said, no, not a good idea. Well, I cannot. Because, he has a big little secret over here. And this one has a little secret over here. Actually, quite a few had something to hide.
Correct.
Yeah, so then they go. So he told him no, he didn't want to switch phones. But when they go back in to sit down at the table,
he switched phones anyway.
He switched it.
Knocked him out.
Yeah, he switched that phone.
Anyway, even though he told him no, he was like, it's done. It's done. And he's like, what? Oh my God.
But, so we'd like to know, what do you think?
Yeah, so what do you think? So do you think that this actually happened? Did it happen? How did it happen? Did they really actually play this game? What happened? Because the ending was so suspenseful.
Yeah, everybody that I told to watch this movie got a call back.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Got a call back, and then they forwarded the movie on to somebody else.
Yes.
Okay, so you really, really, really got to take your time to look at it. It's a
pay attention.
It's a light, fun. It's a good movie. It's really good, and I guarantee you'll recommend it to somebody else. So that's all we have for you now. Don't forget to subscribe, push the bell for notifications, and
leave comments. Love it or hate it. We just want you to rate it.
Exactly. Be sure and either you love it or you hate it.
Just rate it.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.